Never again I'm going to go by IndiGo.
So I had a block booking of 110 tickets over there. I am not getting any proper response from the airport people over there. This is the passengers list which I am getting it over here. It's of 110 packs.
I have booked the hotel and visa appointment fees and all. Who is going to pay? I have to bear it now.
India's busiest airports break into chaos as IndiGo reels from a massive wave of flight disruptions, stranding thousands and fueling passenger outrage. Over the past 48 hours, more than 300 flights have been grounded. Travelers are venting fury over missed connections and zero refunds. Bengaluru was the hardest hit hub, with 73 cancellations. Mumbai saw 85 axed flights, Hyderabad 68 and Delhi 33, pushing a on-time performance to a dismal 19.7%.
We've come all the way, I've come from Nandi Hills, all the way here, and now they're telling us they've cancelled the flight. How dare they do that? They should have that sense to inform us, no? Coming here, waiting here, and then telling us to go back. Never again I'm going to travel by IndiGo. From here, we have left in the morning at 6 o'clock. From there I have left. 6 or 5:30. Come here and come straight over here. We are waiting here and they are telling it's cancelled. All the way we have to go back again. They should have that sense of responsibility to inform at least that please do not come, the flights are cancelled.
So I have got an event there in Bhubaneswar for my son's wedding over there to be taken place at the Bhubaneswar. So I had a block booking of 110 tickets over there. I am not getting any proper response from the airport people over there. This is the passengers list which I am getting it over here. It's of 110 packs.
Traveling to Kolkata actually. I booked the ticket 1 week ago and I have the US visa appointment in the Kolkata. It's around at 5 o'clock. So I booked 1:30 flight and I was about to reach 4 o'clock. I thought I'll be reaching 5 o'clock, but unfortunately at around 3 a.m. in the morning, I got the message saying flight has been cancelled. And since then, I'm trying to reach and contact them through the customer care or AI assistant. Nothing is working out. So I'm going to cancel it now. But as you see that there is chaos in the queue also. So I'm going to cancel the trip. I have booked the hotel and visa appointment fees and all. Who is going to pay? I have to bear it now.
हम अभी जम्मू से दिल्ली होके बेंगलुरु जाने का प्लान था। सुबह 10:15 में फ्लाइट था, तो वो कैंसिल डिले होता रहा था। सुबह सुबह मैसेज मिल रहा था कि थोड़ा डिले हुआ है, लेकिन वो मैसेज बैक टू बैक आ रहा था। तो उसके बाद फाइनल स्टेडी स्टेट में पहुंचा कि 12:35 में वो फाइनल है। उसके बाद कोई अपडेट नहीं मिला, तो हम लोगों को लगा कि यही है फाइनल, तो आ जाए। यहाँ आने के बाद पता चला कि वो 320 हो गया है और मेरा जो दिल्ली से बेंगलुरु का कनेक्शन है वो तो छूट गया। उसका ऑल्टरनेट क्या है वो भी पता नहीं अभी, और ये 320 वाला भी फाइनल है या नहीं वो भी पता नहीं।
IndiGo's official statement justifies the disruptions due to minor tech glitches from a recent Airbus software update, schedule shifts tied to winter season ramp-up, adverse weather and aviation congestion, plus the rollout of stricter flight duty time limits since November 1, enforcing 48-hour weekly rests and limiting night landings to 2. IndiGo has been struggling with acute pilots and cabin crew shortage. IndiGo has been flagged for deliberate hiring freeze, pay freeze and non-poaching pacts, despite a 2-year warning on new fatigue rules.
Most of these flight disruptions, cancellations, delays, they have been attributable to, firstly, the crew shortage. They have not upgraded sufficient number of first officers to captains. And on some fleets, they have been allowing pilots to leave. That is one. Secondly, they have been inducting aircraft. It must be appreciated that when you induct an aircraft, you must have the adequate number of crews per aircraft. And this planning has to be done at least 6 months to 7 months before the induction of the aircraft. Thirdly, IndiGo's pilots were flying less, about 55 to 57 hours, and after 1st November, they had offered pilots to buy back the leave. There were not much takers in that. because pilots, after all, they also require rest and all, because it's not necessary that every pilot is flying 55 or 57 hours at that time. Some would be flying 85, 90 hours also. So there was no equal distribution of flights. That is one. The next point is very important, pertinent. The crew rostering of the pilots was totally inappropriate. They did not plan the crews correctly, and which led to further chaos. The routing of the aircraft, each aircraft, it is when it does a series of flights, and the crew which is going to operate those flights, those required to be well planned and streamlined. In both the cases they have failed. They have not done a proper planning. Crews have been doing a lot of deadheadings, right? And with the result, it has led to cancellations. After the second phase of the FDTL, new CR came into effect by the order of the Delhi High Court on 1st of November. Immediately, they approached the DGCA and took variation, which we have asked the DGCA how the variation or dispensation has been given to IndiGo and other airlines, because this CR had to be implemented. So we had written to the DGCA and to the Ministry of Civil Aviation that this should be reverted back. The FDTL CR is for safety purposes, not for commercial purposes. The airlines are taking an advantage to how to circumvent. Last 2 years, this tamasha is going on in this country. Safety is not the factor, and what they are doing is that all the airlines, they are taking shortcuts to safety. God forbidding there is an accident, then who is to be held responsible for this mess? So I request the DGCA and the Ministry of Civil Aviation not to give this such dispensations and variations, and let the CR be implemented in totality, and that will be in the interest of the air safety in the country. The next point, there are a lot of remedial measures which IndiGo has to take. From 90% plus OTP, they've dropped to 30%. They need to fix all these issues. These issues cannot be fixed by just going to the government and asking dispensations. That is not the answer.
There are multiple causes. One of the cause, if you must have heard last week, we had some problem with the ELAC software of the Airbus 320 computers. So that took some time to resolve. The only thing is that all the airlines in India, they have a fleet of both older Airbus 320s and newer 320s. On the new 320s, only the software update is required, which barely takes 2 to 3 hours. Whereas the older 320s, besides the software update, they need to replace the hardware also. So obviously that is taking some time. So that is one of the causes for the delay. The winter has set in, and a lot of places they are having fog, unsuitable weather for flying, so that is contributing to the delays. We have transitioned from summer schedule to winter schedule. So obviously a lot of flight changes, timing changes, new flight additions, some previous flight deletions is taking place.
But the FDTL change affected IndiGo the most, as it dominates India's domestic skies with high-frequency overnight flights. So even minor disruptions ripple massively. New duty time cabs shattered their maximized crew hours, minimized downtime model, and their huge network left no slack to reshuffle pilots fast.